So I realized that I gotta do like a little reflective amends making kind of a post, because and it's not just the spirit of the Thanksgiving holiday, and even on that note too, because look, I question a lot of things regarding the natives, veterans, morals, standards, the meaning of stuff. What is defense? What is anything? What is a sin? What does it mean to repent? Right? This is beautiful stuff. This is like what religions are made of. Okay, the good ones at least, or the good. This is what fuels faith. Okay. But in a sense too, like I saw somewhere today that symbolically that the turkey's head symbolizes the chief and the feathers. So it's like the slaughter, and then again, so we go to the cranberry sauce. This is the blood spilled. But look at the Jesus blood. How can we drink Jesus blood in church and then they give you the little wafer of his flesh? So the symbolism is everywhere. So it's not a derogatory thing. It is. I think it's a dark energy harvesting if it is occult. If it is occult, if it is hidden and done as an energy harvest, as a facade to bring newcomers and create a facade mask to hide history. No, but when we do it in remembrance, when we do it with honor and remembrance, we make it our own. Basically, we have to make it our own. I think in that, yeah, I think there was okay. So there was one time where it was I think it was like 2000, maybe 18, maybe 17. Maybe yeah, 2018 I think, and it was Thanksgiving, and I decided I'm like you know what, because there was a time before I had this like strange event. My son was really young, not even a year old, and we got invited to go Thanksgiving somewhere, and I'm like I don't I don't really want to go because people are sick. He just got over a cold, I think, and I was like, I don't want to take him out, and my mom was like, yo, we gotta go, because it's like it was like family related stuff. I was like, okay. So we go, and like my car starter didn't start. Once we were about to leave, I'm like, fuck, no, it won't start. So I think we spent the night, and but then next day, I'm like, I have no money, because I think the only money I had was the gas money to get to the place, right? To like the family event or whatever. So and I'm like, yo, can I borrow $30 so I can go get a starter? Because I knew what the issue was. I'm like, I just gotta replace the starter. So they're like, no. They're like, why can't your folks help you? And I was like, I'm like, I don't, because back then there was no Cash App. I think you had to Western Union. I didn't have like PayPal at the time. It's hooked up in the same way. So Western Union was how money would be wired. So I think, so I called my folks, and basically I had to like, I think one of them drove me to a Western Union to go like get some dough, then to go do stuff. So as opposed to them just giving me some dough to go to the Napa to get the starter. So I thought that was kind of awkward. I'm like, it's just $30. I could have paid them back once I was mobile. But yeah, no big deal. So whatever, we got back, and but just looking back at that, I'm like, back then, I was like eating with these people, and none of them would agree or understand the genocide. None of them were able to address and be aware that there was a genocide in this land. The land that they're on was stolen, and that none of them, not a single person there probably even understood that natives existed. They were just like, oh, there's some rando person. Like it's as if everyone just kind of had blinders on, right? And maybe that's why the karma that I collected. I was in the wrong place, wrong time, wrong people, wrong vibe, right? And wrong tribe. Should have been on my own kind of a flow, But that's what happens when you get families involved with, and you have kids, and then you got to figure out where they go and whatever. So or you gotta make dealings with people, like I guess all seeing eye to eye. Make sure that you can decide on things. It's okay to argue and be unique and have your own point of view, but you shouldn't. I mean, you should be able to meet on logic and fact. You should be able to meet on fact and stuff like that. You should not have to argue fact. If you have to argue facts with your partner specifically, or argue the laws of physics with your unless it's fun, kind of a metaphysics, then that person's not for you. You should go find somebody else. Anyhow. Moving further, years later, I am at American High. I'm working on movies, and they gave me a classroom right next to the war room, which is the lactation room now. It's where the milk, it became the lactation room for a different set. So maybe I blossomed it with mad milk at some point, basically, with all my love. And basically, while I'm in this room, pre-lactation time, while it was still like a proto-class studio brain thing, very huge room, super big room. The only reason I picked it was that the sun moved in the window, and I thought, hey, if they film in this room, they got to do it at night. They got to do synthetic lighting. I'm like, ha, they're not going to want it. So, but I mean, they used it after I left. But anyhow, one Thanksgiving, I don't really, nobody invited me anywhere. And I was like, I'm just going to fast and think of the natives and just send them the energy. Because the last thing I should be doing is eating over their graves. I should be probably thinking about that. I should be like, I ate yesterday. I'm okay. So I'll be like, I'll just fast. And I was drawing. And I'm like, okay, cool. But, and moving forward, I was like, I also look back, I'm like, my morals and standards and values were skewed. I was not grateful in the same way that I am today. I did not uproot and rewire. My values were somebody else's, basically.